From armor glitches to Strand secrets, here are 19 things in Destiny 2 that you might not know. Tormentors are the newest addition to Destiny 2's enemy menagerie, and they can be terrifying. But once you know how to deal with them, it's not that bad. Just like all other enemies, Tormentors are susceptible to stuns, and with the tractor cannon and a partner, you can bully the Tormentors and take their lunch money. It's fantastic. Spoiler alert, Cade is dead. But with Lightfall, we got a very nice memorial to him, and that by itself is pretty obvious, but if you were like me and just sort of blew through the dialogue, you might not have noticed that there are A, chickens, an obvious reference to Cade's pet, the Colonel, and B, this new hole that you can peek through from inside the tower. Still trying to figure out why this hole exists, but neat nonetheless. Threadlings are yet another toddler for the Warlocks to weaponize against their enemies, like Child of the Old Gods, Arc Souls, and Stasis turrets. These string bean mean machines are, however, a bit different than the other autonomous energy balls that we have, in that they are summonable by other classes using the Threadling grenade, and this is where it gets a bit weird. Threadlings are technically a grenade only when they are thrown from the aforementioned Threadling grenade. As soon as they perch on your Warlock, they become their own separate entity. Why would you need to know this? Well, if you're doing something that requires a grenade-specific trigger, like the Firepower mod, which grants an Orb of Light on grenade kills, this will only work on the initial throw, not after they've perched. Ever shot an enemy stasis crystal and took damage from the shatter? You might be tempted to think that all enemy player spawned items work like this, but that isn't true for Tangles. For whatever reason, Strand Tangles are independent of the summoner and will work for whatever player last shot them for both their effects and the damage, so enemies can basically spawn their own bombs. The new mod system has been implemented and with a bit of mixed reviews. Some like it, some don't, but one thing that you might not know is that the system is currently bugged. Certain armor mods will stop having effect once you die until you re-equip them again. This includes primarily like ammo reloader mods, flinch mods, and anywhere in between for your weapons. If you have been feeling less powerful after the update with your weapons, this bug might be why. The Bolus Grenade is our latest tool at pure crowd control in Destiny 2, but did you know that because of its three-pronged pattern after impact, you can easily use it with the correct aim to suspend an enemy titan from behind their barricade, leaving their head completely susceptible for a quick lobotomy. Speaking of the Bola Grenade, you might have already found out it doesn't work too well on roaming supers. But did you know that instant cast supers will get stun locked out of them if you catch them during their initial startup animation? Here are a few of my favorites. This next one, I will admit, is plainly readable, but I don't think the community is really grasping this new mod's power. The Lucian Blade mod has been reworked in this new armor system, and it now benefits glaive shield generation with bonus energy per hit. That by itself is neat, but not that helpful. But combine that with one of the more powerful exotic glaives from the Witch Queen, and you now get to their extremely powerful exotic perk, which requires full shield energy to proc, on only 3 shots rather than 4, with 2 of the Lucian Blade armor mods equipped. Are you still farming Strand meditations for one of your characters? This tip is for you. Doing terminal overloads is a well-known way of getting 75 meditations after every completion, which is pretty decent, but we can do better. Did you know that as long as you're in the area of the terminal overload, you will be able to claim its rewards? Combine this knowledge with the fact that patrols will reward about 7 meditations per completion, and you have just improved your meditation drop rate from about 90 per run to well over 125 per run. And don't worry, the kill patrols will likely force you to help your teammates complete the terminal overloads as well, so you're not a total scumbag. The final warning is Destiny 2's take on the smart pistol from Titanfall 2. But did you know that there is a really cheesy way to abuse its lock-on mechanic as a Titan? Simply lock onto your target behind the safety of your barricade, then fire a volley over the top for 100% safe damage on enemies. Alright. Full disclosure, I'm only putting this one on the list because I receive about 10 comments per hour telling me about it. You can grapple a rocket. I spent the better half of 30 minutes trying to get this to happen, but I suck at it and couldn't make this happen. At least now my subscribers can stop barraging me in the comments. Do you have an armor loadout and you want to use the new loadout system that came with Lightfall without switching your weapons? Try this. Grab some cheap and disposable gear from collections like green or white gear and make a loadout with those pieces of gear, then after you're done, delete them. Your loadout will save everything except for the slots where the gear was recently deleted, allowing you to pick and choose what you do and don't want swapped. It's pretty nice. Have you ever thought about how your Strand grapple attack ends in a melee? So did Bungie, because did you know that the Strand melee from your grapple counts as both an empowered melee and a grenade kill? This means that you can trigger both melee and grenade perks at once. Very handy. You might have heard about this one if you're a hunter main. Radiant Dance Machines grant a 5-second window of infinite dodge if you dodge near an enemy. Combine this with a new Strand dive and you can set up a roughly 5-second period of infinite suspending dives, being that your dive costs your class ability energy, of which the Radiant Dance Machines are replenishing. And I think that's just neat. Newer Strand players, did you know that your grapple will not start regenerating until you hit the ground? If you want another dose of green flavored speed addiction, hit the ground earlier to start your regeneration faster. You can jump off the ground after hitting it and it'll accomplish the same effect. Good to know. Skating is a term in Destiny 2 that means to use some type of aerial boost to go a further distance than the developers intended. Shatter skating on hunters is the most common one, but warlocks, you got some skating tech this time around too. Using the same input methods for a well skate, I will leave a video on how to do that in the upper right hand corner of the screen, you can strand skate your super. Become the Call of Duty airstrike you always dreamed of. It's a lot of fun. Hunters also got a new skate technique, but I'll be honest with you, it's kind of weird. Again, using the same Shatter Skate input, you can use a slope with the Strand Suspending Dive to skate across the planet just like Shatter Skate. I tried this a bunch of times and was only ever to really get it to pull off just once. So a bit more difficult unless I'm somehow doing something wrong. Let me know in the comments. Grapple is a grenade. Fastball increases grenade throw distance. Does it increase grapple range? The answer, unfortunately, is no. Grapple has a set range of about 24 meters, and both with and without fastball, it's stuck to that range no matter what. I saw this one in a Chiefs Forever video. Using a grenade kickstart in your arms, you can fly with the hunter's grapple by spam clicking both your grapple and your jump while grappling one of the hunter's anchors, which keeps your grenade energy. It's kind of slow, but it technically is a free way to regenerate grapple energy and cross impossibly large gaps, which can be very, very useful. Subscribe or I steal your liver. Bless your faces and deuces.